Great memories, absolutely fantastic. There's a lot at stake today. I'm delighted to say the lads have finished their chips in the little catering village there. Ashley Williams, Aaron McLean. Very good evening to you lads. Tasty chips? Nice?
Cold.
And we're delighted to be welcomed by Sutton United's manager, Chris Agata. So delighted, Chris, to have you so close to kick-off as well. How are the boys feeling in there?
Looking forward to it, excited, looking forward to testing ourselves against League 2 opposition.
You're on a fantastic run, and it's important you keep up that momentum today.
Yeah, it's all rosy at the minute, but we recognise that momentum's a funny thing in football, and you know, we couldn't have asked for too much of a better run into this game leading, and the challenge, as I said, is just to try and continue to build momentum, keep moving forwards.
Yeah, you took over in October. What's this momentum down to then? Because also you've been telling people that my philosophy is attack, attack, attack.
Well, the first 3 games were 3-3, 3-2, 3-2 after a boring 0-0 draw. So, to be honest, we've got a really good group of players, and I think we've stripped it back a little bit, gone back to basics in terms of it's all right talking about tactics and the tactical stuff, but if you run around and you work hard and you compete and you win your duels and your first and second ball, that's the platform for every sort of successful team. So we focused on that, and then with that's come results, and then we've developed the way that we play a little bit. Confidence has come back, and with a very good group of players, when they're confident, you get the sort of runs that we're on at the minute.
Fantastic.
How important has it been for the players that you've brought in to set the tone? Taylor's obviously come in, experienced player. How important has he been for you?
Oh, massive. Well, we're a young group. I think we're the youngest team in the league on average, and that was one of the things that we felt they just need a bit of help. There's loads of quality in there, but not many of them have been around the block, especially at this level. So to bring Tails in, I know him from Stevenage, and I just know he's not just his quality on the pitch, but his personality and character. I knew he'd help lead the group. He's a calming influence as well. Like, he's not a shouter and a baller. He sort of leads in a different way, which I think is really positive for what is a really young group.
In all your pre-match interviews as well, Chris, you've been talking about testing yourselves against Shrewsbury Town. What are you expecting from them tonight?
Well, we think it'll be a spicy encounter for sure. From a personal perspective, obviously testing ourselves against Michael Appleton, who's actually been at the top end of the game, so it's been a good opportunity for us in the dugouts. And equally, I think for the players, because there's a number of players that have played League 2, League 1, so seeing whether or not they can still compete at that level, and equally there's a lot of players that want to get to that level, so plenty of motivation, and we just got to enjoy it. We've got to embrace it, and we've got to attack the game, as obvious as it sounds. We've got to attack the opposition. We've got to try and put our style, our game on them, and ultimately, if win, lose or draw, if we can reflect on today, having done it our way, I think that's the most important thing, and that's what our supporters want to see.
You've got brilliant fans. They'll make a lot of noise. They're already banging the drum. Chris, lovely to see you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.
Good luck tonight. We'll let you go now.
Thank you.
Best wishes this evening. Thank you very much
Cheers,
indeed.
Chris. All the best.
Great to see you, Chris. There's a real chance of an upset tonight. Good evening, Ash.
Hi, Jace. Yeah, I think so. It's at home. We've just seen all those pictures of other upsets, and we see it up and down the country every year, every season in the FA Cup. It brings something special to football, and why not tonight? You know, I think with Sutton, and we just heard off the manager, they're a team that you wouldn't want to play against. If I was Shrewsbury, it's not really the draw that you want because it seems so sticky.
Michael Appleton, in all his interviews, he's been doing a lot of press this week, has been talking about how big this is for his players and for the football club in terms of the potential of landing a big draw in the third round. But also, he's been saying to the players, do not be the headline tomorrow morning.
Yeah, they don't want to be the headline because, listen, they're the higher placed team in terms of divisions. But at the same time, this could kick-start their season. At the moment, they're 1 point above the relegation zone in League 2. They're a club that over the last couple of years just hasn't been going in the right direction. They don't want to have back-to-back relegations, but if they can get to the third round, brings in important finances to the club, and then hopefully he'll be looking to strengthen come January to propel them up the division.
Okay, boys, for the moment, thank you very much indeed. Let's hear from Michael Appleton. He's been talking to Simon Brotherton.
Well, Michael, away to a team in a lower division, just as you were in the last round. You coped very well at South Shields. How has it been since then? Have you been encouraged by the performances over the last month or so?
Yeah, pretty much so. Obviously, we've had a couple of defeats in there against a couple of decent sides, but our home form has been very good, as Chris has touched on in his pre-match stuff. We just have to improve on the road, and obviously we were reasonably good up at South Shields, and we're going to have to put a similar performance in tonight.
What are you expecting from Sutton? Because they've really picked up, haven't they, in the last few weeks?
No, absolutely. They're a decent footballing side. He's got them playing. Obviously, confidence is sky high because of the results. They're a little bit more aggressive with the forward play in terms of through lines than what South Shields were. So, something that we need to be aware of and put right.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game tonight for Shrewsbury Town, and the fans will make a lot of noise here. There's a real chance of an upset, and especially when we're looking at Lewis Simper.
Yeah, well, he's a player that's really impressed me, especially since Chris Haggett has come in. He seems to have moved positions. Beginning of the season, he was playing more as a 6.